Hey y'all, my name's Jen with College Disc Golf, and usually I'm the digital marketing coordinator, but today I am the president of the Disc Golf Club at Monsters University. So in this video, we're going to go over a few things. We're going to talk about how to start a club, how to register with College Disc Golf, and then how to create your team page. If you've already done some of these things, just go ahead and skip forward to the information that actually applies to you. So we're going to start off on the home page of College Disc Golf. Our website is chock full of information. You can find everything from season rules to the national championships to how to start your club. So we're going to click on this clubs tab. So when you're starting your club, go to the clubs section of the website. Here you're going to find the club starter guide, which has sample bylaws. It has tips on how to recruit and retain players, and it also has tips on how to get official club status. It's important to keep in mind that each school has different regulations and rules for what it takes to become a club sport on campus. So you'll need to check with your school for further guidance on that. So once you've downloaded this guide, read through it, and gotten a few friends to join you and been recognized by your school, you can come back to this tab and scroll down to the bottom. On the bottom of this page, there's a form for you to fill out, and this lets us know that you want to join College Disc Golf. So fill out all this information, but the most important part is, does your team already have a page on our website? If you're unsure, go ahead and scroll up and see if you see your team listed here. If you don't, then click no, please create one so we can submit our rosters, and that lets us know to send you a login. If your team does, click yes. And if you don't have access to that login information, write in the comments section that you need access to that so we can reset it for you. So once you filled out this form, go ahead and click submit, and shortly after, you will receive your login information. All right, so you have started a club, gotten registered with your school, and submitted the form on College Disc Golf and received your login info. So what's next? You're going to go back to this home page and click login. So this page is where we get to go into the fun stuff. So here you can access memberships. Everyone needs to have a College Disc Golf membership before they can compete in a regional qualifier or any other College Disc Golf event. If you are the team captain, you're buying all the people's memberships. Each one will need a membership. So if you have 10 players, you need to purchase 10 memberships. Each of these memberships comes with a PDGA membership as well, which will cover you through the remainder of 2021 and the entirety of 2022. You will still need to buy a College Disc Golf membership even if you have a PDGA membership right now, but this will cover you for next season. You can assign the membership in the team membership section, and then under team manager is where we can set up our rosters, player pages, and team pages. So let's go ahead and click on that. So before you get started, make sure to read the getting started section. So all the important instructions are in red, and those are going to need to be completed every season, and other important messages are in purple. One thing to note is that only create players that do not already have player pages. So to get started with the players, click the View/Edit Players. Here you'll be able to kind of search up all the players you need to register and make sure they don't already have a page. If they do, you can click Edit and update their existing page. And if you can't find them, you can click Add New Player to create a new player. So I have 3 players on my Monsters University team. There's Boo, which is AKA Mary Gibbs. We have James P. Sullivan, and we have Mike Wazowski. So I see that James P. Sullivan's already here, already created, so I don't need to create a new one. So we're going to click Edit to make sure that all of his info is correct. So scroll up to the top, we have his name, James Sullivan, email, phone number, address. It's always fun to put a little description in there. So his name's James, and he likes to scare people. You can put a Twitter username if you'd like people to go follow them. The most important part is under this details. You'll want to make sure you put their PDGA number in if they have one, and if they don't, then when you buy that membership, they'll get one. Current teams, so make sure you input whatever university you are a part of, in this case, Monsters University. Make sure for league, you always select College Disc Golf, and seasons is something you're going to have to update every single year. So remember that. You can also add a photo. And once you're happy with all this information, you can click Update. And if you want to see what the player's page looks like, you can click Preview Changes. And so I have already created all 3 players. But just for the fun of it, let's go ahead and pretend like we're adding a new player. So what new player should we add? We'll put Lollipop Kingdom. We're going to put the email, whatever that happens to be, the gender, the phone number, the long phone number, the player's address, the description, and PDGA number if they have one. You don't put positions. See, we're in Monsters University. Leagues and seasons. So if you have a player who used to be a part of a different university, but is now a part of your university, you can input that here, but it's not necessary. And you can select a photo, scroll up, and you can just kind of drag and drop from your files into this to add the photo. If you ever get lost, there's always these important notes section on the left side here, which kind of walks you through how to create a new player, how to update the current players, and all that good stuff. So once you've finished either adding your new players or updating your current players, you're going to want to focus on the roster. So if you're a brand new team, you will need to add a new roster. But if you're already an existing team, you can just edit your current roster. So I've already created a roster for Monsters University, so I'm going to click Edit. So you'll need to have the name, a description if you would like one, your league, which will always be college disc golf. You'll want to click Current Season Auto. Make sure your team is Monsters University and it says Current. You can kind of change what you want to sort by. I'm going to stick with PDGA number. You can also change the sort order. Always put players on auto and always put display on all. You can also upload your school's image, and this is where your roster is going to display. This lets you know that you did all the players correctly and they are all connected to your roster now. So once you're happy with that, you can either preview changes to go see it on the front end of the site or click Update. But make sure you click Update before preview changes. So the last part is going to be to edit your team page. This is where you get to pick and choose what displays on the front end of the site. If you get lost, there's a little help section down here that puts everything that you need to do, basically, and everything that needs to be updated every season. So you have Edit, which is where you kind of edit the back end, and then Edit with Elementor, which is where you can really kind of customize and fine tune your page. So let's click Edit first. So you'll want to put your team name here. If you guys have a Facebook, you can put the link here so people can go follow you. And you can also put your team's Twitter username here. Make sure under Details that College Disc Golf is selected, as well as the current season. And if your club has a website, or maybe your school has a club sports website, you can put that there. You can also add a logo. Make sure you click the roster, and you can enter the hex number here so you can add your custom team colors. Something to remember, if you put background as red, don't put text as red as well. Or if you make sure you have contrasting colors so people can read what you have written on the website. After you've verified all of this, click Update, and then click Edit with Elementor. And a little pro tip to editing with Elementor is to have in a separate tab the front end of the site pulled up. That way, every time you add something with Elementor and save it and apply it, you can refresh the front end of the site and see that actually on the front end. So you can see whether or not you like it, and you don't have to keep going back and forth. So now we're at the part where you can really get creative with your team page. Here I have the title of the university as well as our little slogan. I've also connected our Instagram, aka our Scarestagram. And if you want to add a title like Scarestagram, you can just kind of type it in here and click Apply. And there you go, it's pulled up. I also added our Monsters University players because I like to look at their beautiful faces. So there's tons of fun things you can do with Elementor and lots of widgets. Like I think there are over 90 widgets for you to choose from. So you can really kind of just let your creativity fly here. Something I would like to add is a league table. So you're just going to click and drag that over. So to set up this table, we'll look to the left side bar, which is where you get all the cool customizable options. So if you want, you can change the alignment. Doesn't really make sense for this table. You can title it. I wanted to title it Team Rankings with a heading of the 2021-22 season. So when you select the league table, you actually don't want to click college disc golf. You want to click one of these rankings. So men's team ranking or women's team ranking. And you can even do the players if you so desire. I'm going to do women's player rankings. You can pick how many people show. I'll leave it that at 5. Let me just move this. And if you want, you can go into the advanced section where you can kind of fine tune the margins, the padding, any effects. And if you know CSS, you can put a little of that in there. So once you're finished customizing this page, make sure you click apply. And then you're going to click update after that. If you don't do both of those, then it's not going to display on the front end of the website. There we go. Now update. Okay, so that all should be applied. So here's the front end. I'm going to click refresh. And so now there should be the updated version of the page. We got our Instagram, we got our players, we got our team rankings, your roster. So we hope this video shows that it isn't super hard to create a team, but it does take a little bit of time. For 3 players, it took me about an hour. So you're going to want to set aside some time to create a team page and set up all your players. And we hope that this video makes it a little bit easier to do so. If you have any questions, please drop us a comment below or send us an email or a chat via social media.